My spouse pretended to have a fling with a colleague to spark jealousy in me, believing her separated pals that it would rescue our union. When I discovered the steamy messages, she remarked, "At last you're displaying feelings," so I presented her with separation documents. I'm a 34-year-old coder, and my partner, 32, is in advertising. We've been wed for 8 years and paired for 10. Overall, I believed we shared a solid, steady bond. Naturally, like any duo, we've faced disputes and tough spells, but I never viewed them as unusual. In the last year, we've discussed beginning a household, though no firm plans were set. With both prioritizing jobs and maintaining what I saw as a good equilibrium, I truly sensed we were in a positive spot. Yet, shifts began around 6 months back. My partner relinked with a trio of former university buddies. All three had endured chaotic splits. They started weekly gatherings, and initially I was pleased for her. I've long championed each person having separate companions and pursuits beyond the partnership. It's beneficial, isn't it? It appeared innocent at the start, but soon I detected subtle shifts in her demeanor. She began remarking things like, "Our flame has dimmed," or "You no longer pursue me." It wasn't teasing, it seemed earnest, as if she was truly unhappy. That struck me deeply. I hated her feeling so, thus I aimed to improve. I recommended joint therapy to align again. I also suggested more evenings out, solely us, or a short getaway to rekindle. But each suggestion she rejected. She'd respond, "I doubt it'll help," or "That's not the issue." Meanwhile, her companions visited our home increasingly. When present, their talk centered on partnerships, gripes about males, former spouses, or how wedlock destroys passion. They constantly depicted matrimony, ours included, negatively. I tried dismissing it as mere venting. People need release occasionally. But repetition made it seem she absorbed their views. She began seeing our union through their filter, and abruptly nothing sufficed. Roughly a month ago, chaos erupted. My partner grew odd, secretive suddenly. Her device was always in hand, taken everywhere, even restrooms, screen locked or flipped when I entered. That was unlike her. She also lingered at work longer. Queries got evasive replies like "just hectic" or "you understand." It felt wrong. Then minor clues accumulated, unsettling individually but collectively alarming. I'd spot her display with playful notes from an unknown. She purchased fresh intimate wear, yet never modeled it for me, which was strange as I'd have noticed. And this new coworker she mentioned, Mike, initially casual. She'd mention him offhand like Mike cracked a joke at the office. But his name arose frequently in forced nonchalance. I convinced myself of overthinking. After 10 years, you assume full knowledge of someone. But observations mounted, unease grew. Sleep evaded me. Thoughts looped interactions, seeking missed hints. Pressure built until unavoidable. Last week, it shattered. She left email open on our common tablet. I wasn't prying, but opening for my need, there they were. Vulgar exchanges with Mike, not mild. Graphic accounts of their hotel encounter. My gut sank. Life's foundation vanished. Breath failed momentarily. My world union, faith in her, collapsed. 2 days, minimal rest. Devastated, enraged. How could she ruin us? I collected proof, consulted attorney, readied for showdown. Expected tears, rage, denial, but unprepared for reality. Confronting her, I braced. But no shame, she grinned, not regretful, relieved, joyful. I'd uncovered. I gawked as she said at last, "You're expressing feelings." Speechless, I listened as she clarified. No Mike, no liaison, fabricated. Elaborate hoax to provoke possessiveness, attentiveness. Her divorced friends persuaded her faking infidelity would mend us. They aided, phony texts, scripted mails, altered images. She beamed as if masterful romance ploy. Aimed for me to battle for her, grand gesture proving devotion. I sat stunned, absorbing, not minor jest. Prolonged, deliberate torment. She observed my declines, sleeplessness, self-doubt, relational questioning, and deemed it amorous. Unrecognizable, minimal words. I retrieved prepared separation papers, passed them. Her triumphant expression evaporated. Pallor then sobs. She wept, insisting mere gag, no intent to harm. Friends persuaded it'd revive spark. Pleaded reconsideration, vowing love, fearing loss. But betrayal dominated thoughts. How could a lover witness agony and approve? Not mere fibs she orchestrated, enlisted others, prolonged weeks, aware of my pain. She saw self-questioning our bond, her, and persisted. Not affection, brutality. No sobs or regrets erase recalling life crumbling while she observed. Next day I packed, relocated to Brothers, clearing mind. Her messages inundate, regrets, audios, begs for opportunity. Her kin involved. Label me unfeeling, claiming exaggeration to innocent trick. Some shared acquaintances agree, urging reconciliation since no real infidelity. But infidelity isn't the core, it's faith. She deceived, controlled, reveled in my torment for response. How can love justify pain for warped salvage attempt? Not lie alone, disregard for my emotions, sanity, connection. That's gnawing. Post-departure, I scrutinize all. Missed prior signals, inherent trait or friends drove her blind to wrongness. Am I excessive? Should I strive to preserve or depart sole option? Legally simple, no-fault jurisdiction, childless, eases. Finances mostly independent, prenup signed. Clean split practically. Emotionally chaotic, replay decade aligning imagined spouse with this cruel schemer. Mourning marriage end and believed persona. Yet self-doubt. Discarding 10 years for claimed misdirected closeness bid. Or defending self setting boundary as intolerable. Uncertainty prevails. Foundation is faith, ours demolished. Sans trust progress. Reconstruct when reliable one reveals such betrayal capacity. No solutions. Overwhelming unfixable sense, questioning judgment. Update 1 firstly, gratitude for immense backing. Your input notes, empathy fortified me amid breakdown. Heartening knowing not isolated in sentiments. Recent days, much introspection on events, future path. Much transpired since initial share adding layers. Soon after posting, spouse's companions contacted me. 2 regretted. Admitted urging absurd scheme, never anticipated escalation. Genuine remorse, yet unaltered my stance. They ceded, propelled disaster, now my reality. Apology negates involvement. 3rd companion differed. No regret. Insisted my response excessive. All males require jolts. Lengthy patronizing texts on my proof of emotional unavailability. Infuriated me. Post-rants blocked her. No energy for justifying cruelty. Yesterday consented coffee with spouse. Debated but sought finality. Public venue, brother nearby for safety. Difficult but needed direct words. She appeared altered. Confidence gone. Anxious, uncertain, as if consequences dawned. Odd viewing her humbled. Apology began, felt authentic. First since ordeal, words, tone aligned. Acknowledged total error, underestimated harm. Regretted pain, trust violation, marital damage. Unexpected, therapy initiated. Sessions revealed friendship's toxicity, unseen influence then. Offered sever all ties, recognizing negative impact on us. Much to absorb. Her vulnerability evoked unprepared feelings. Part sensed sincerity, part recalled events, deceits, control, feeling disregard. Appreciated shifts but queried, why divorce threat for awakening? If valued union, why ignore prior therapy offers? Required nadir for behavioral insight? 2 delayed. Discussion revealed perspective. Friends fed tales of exes altering post-dramatic ploys, emotional trials. Spun yarns of renewed attentiveness, passion post-similar antics. She missed games fueled on marital collapses. Admitted naivety to damaging counsel. Mixed fury at companions' poison, sadness at her susceptibility. Wondered original love's survival or replacement by warped self. Return possible or lost. Post-talk, attorney advised minimal contact, proceed separation. Experienced crisis sincerity fading, patterns returning. Reconciliation risks further control, pain, chaos. Concurred, decision tough. Separation permanent, chapter closure, justified yet agonizing, replaying dialogue endlessly, wavering on choice, she assumes accountability. Therapy friend severance, true regret, but psychological cost immense. Trust rebuild arduous, lack will, energy, complicating, mutual friends opine. Supportive ones affirm justification, actions boundary violating. Others urge chance, no physical cheat, intentions flawed, aimed preservation. Conflicting counsel hinders clarity, daily steps. Family intimates anchor. Therapy contemplated for processing, self-emotion comprehension, future desires. Divorce or reconcile need mental stability for finals. Currently, separation advances. Undecided halt or continue, leaning proceed. Love imagined spouse, but current reality undeniable. Apologies, promised reforms aside, security, safety, and bond elusive. Updates if shifts. Priority self-rebuild next life phase with or sans her. Update 2, events twisted unexpectedly lately, still digesting. Spouse's kin contacted post-therapist talk, permission granted. Shared recent depression diagnosis. Therapist noted vulnerability to influences, possibly explaining atypical actions. No absolution but context. Processes, queries multiply, more on friends' toxicity. Shared curated captures, tales of triumphant wedlock tricks in group. Built chamber normalizing control as savvy fix. Omitted damage, role and own failures. Enraged. Not casual tips, push destruction, indifferent consequences. Disturbing potential widespread harm. Unsettling, initial doubters of my reaction shifted post-full details. Two close pairs confided similar past approaches by friends, rejected outright. Chilling potential poisoned bonds. Surprising. Spouse's therapist proposed solo session for my processing. Hesitant initially. Agreed, invaluable, clarified context, not excuse. No reconciliation duty. Highlighted sunk cost trap. Decade investment demands perseverance despite unhealthiness. Recognized my subtle adherence. Daily grace. Experience taught self-priority even if uneasy. Updates pending changes. Focus self, future sans toxicity. Spouse persists therapy ended toxic ties. Kin update her steps. Value efforts but query timing. Sent lengthy letters via kin. Read some. Sincere regrets. Change vows yet harm irreversible. Trust fracture profound. Rebuild near impossible. Family steadfast. Brother reminds self-care valid. Reflecting actions hers despite influences health. Choices hers aware of my suffering. Proceedings continue slowed. Attorney endorses. Time for deliberation control. Rebuilding personally. Rekindled friendships, resumed pastimes, future planning, mine truly. Overwhelmed by community support, advice. Lifeline in darkness. Updates ahead, daily progress. Uncertain path, strength to advance, even departing once unbreakable. Update 3, decision finalized, arduous. Post-week's reflection, therapy, family professional dialogues, preceding separation. Toughest path but instinctively correct. Empathize her mental battles, progress evident, but trust vanished. Beyond hoax, effort, duration, weeks deceit, observing stress, insomnia, self-doubt, unforgivable. Emotional talks later she accepts. Painful mutually but respectful handling. Therapy ongoing, toxic group severed. Letter, full ownership, no justifications. Appreciated candor, growth evidence, but unaltered feelings. Some lines uncrossable. Process smooth. House sale agreed, assets division simple. Attorney ensured fairness, calm, her family once harsh apologized. Post her explanations, accountability, kin regretted treatment, thanked patience. Retrospect, changes traced to friend reconnection months prior. Clear influence of surroundings on outlook. Friends poison incarnate. Self-therapy for betrayal, loss processing, boundary lessons, vital adherence key. Healing difficult, essential. For doubters of severity or grace needed, not isolated error, judgment slip, weeks deliberate control. Witnessed pain, doubt, struggle, continued. Not love, love shuns cruelty, growth can't erase damage. Family, friends grounded, okay prioritizing self. Exit erases no past affection, acknowledges love insufficient. Need trust, respect, safety, sharing for others' aid. Partners circle pushing control, loyalty tests, huge warning. Sound bonds lack deceit, dominance, rooted mutual faith, honor. Broken, repair rare. Closing era, healing, advancing focus. Challenging, optimistic, learned. Heed gut, uphold limits. Love alone inadequate, respect, trust essential. Gratitude for journey support. Empathy, motivation, lifeline in bleakest period. Cheers to fresh starts.